I'm Alex with Redbeard Sailing, and today I just want to do a full feature walk around of the XCAT MultiSport Catamaran. This is both a rowing and sailing boat, which is very unique. It also does not need a trailer. It can be car topped or put in the bed of a pickup truck, which really makes this a versatile boat. This boat has successfully completed the Everglades Challenge multiple times, and in 2024, it completed the Race to Alaska. I actually got to watch the video of the gentleman rowing to the finish line while it was snowing, which was, really a powerful moment for the XCAT, and just showcasing, how well built and how robust this design is, despite being a portable sailboat. So, don't need a trailer, can car top it. This thing won Day Sailor, Best Day Sailor 2017 from Sail Magazine. I picked up Adam Court in the parking lot of Eastport Yacht Club, and we went and parked in downtown Annapolis with this on the roof of the car in a metered parking spot before we shot over to the 450 bridge and took it out for a sail. And I remember him saying, "You can't do this with a sailboat," but we did. Anyway, so onto the XCAT itself. This is a 16-foot, 5-inch long beach catamaran. It is 7 feet wide. It doesn't require any tools or any knots to put this boat together. It is all just levers and shackles and goes together very quickly. This boat takes the average person about 10 to 15 minutes to put together. My fastest time as a fully rigged sailboat from a pile of parts on the ground on a stopwatch was 7.5 minutes. So it can be done. It's a pretty quick build. You have a 2-piece mast. The crossbars are separate. The trampoline is self-tensioning, so no lacing. You don't even have to do anything. You literally just snap it into place, and it is literally this tight that you can stand on it. No big deal. The hulls are HDPE. They are essentially white plastic cutting boards. I actually have a cutaway here to showcase the inside. So inside of the XCAT is an EPP closed cell foam. So what they do is they extrude a large sheet of HDPE, and then they have these pre-formed foam blocks. It's not like fill it in and wait for it to expand kind of stuff. They make the pre-molded blocks to the hull shape. They insert them in, and then they weld the keel back together and then add this reinforcing strip over it. It's a fully sealed hull, so you're not going to have water ingress. You can service it if you were to hull it, things like that, and then repairability is pretty good. It's essentially, milk jugs, so you can do some plastic welding on that front, or I've got some other methods for repair as well. But really robust hulls, you can run them into stuff. I've had customers run them straight into a dock, things like that. It's quite comical what they can withstand. This is kind of showcases the crossbar here, removing from the hull. You would flip up on a tab. There is a collar on the new ones here that my demo model hasn't been updated, but check out some of the other videos. But this would just pull out just like this, and then the hull is separate. So yeah, quite nice. Let's get this out of the way and let's talk about the boat a little bit more. So we've got 90.5 square feet of sail area. You have a full roller furling Genoa, which is very easy to manage. So I'll just release my sheets here, and then it is an infinity furler. That Genoa goes away lickety split. Very easy to bring it back out is to just uncleat it, take your gray line, which is your sheet, and just pull on it. Now you'll see that I have a red line here. This is a barber hauler. It's actually nice. So if you look, and on other boats you have adjustable cars and things like that. This is as tight as I can get. The foot is very flat. I would say the Genoa is not very far in. So what you can do is you can ease this gray line and then haul in on this red line to be able to still have a curve to your foot, still have a good sail shape, but you can get that Genoa, that foresail in significantly tighter without ruining your sail shape. Kind of like an adjustable car. What I really like about this boat, even though it's easy to sail, you can day sail this boat with one person on each side, which is really convenient if your wife or your kids don't really want to do any line handling. You would think, if the sails are on this side, they've got to handle it all. So I can actually handle all of the line handling from one side of the boat without having to leave my seat. So I can handle all of the lines on the boat. It's very easy, very simple. Obviously the main sheet swivels and makes it simple. The boat has a built-in heave tube system. Furl away the Genoa, leave the rudder in the down position, hard haul in the main, and put as much weight up forward as you can, and the boat will sit pretty close to weather, and the rudder will prevent backward progress. So it's quite a very safe boat. You do have Dyneema standing rigging, carbon fiber mast. This is an incredibly robust rig. This mast is about 10 feet shorter than a Hobie 16 mast, so the heeling forces on this boat are dramatically lower. This boat weighs 165 pounds, fully built as you see it. And the hulls are only about 10 inches wide at their widest point, which means they're very slippery through the water. It was originally designed as a rowing boat, so it has that rowing boat efficiency, but the power and consistent power of sails just really drives the boat nicely. Doesn't have a ton of buoyancy, about 540 pounds is what it can carry, so 3 lightweight people, mom and dad and a kid, or dad and a couple of kids, perfectly fine. Very stable boat. It likes to sail with both hulls in the water. It doesn't really fly a hull all that much. It takes a significant amount of wind to do that, or all the weight on the lee. But yeah, so otherwise, just a fantastic day sailing boat. If you just want to keep it on the roof or in the bed of your truck when you go to work, and you check the forecast on your way home and you're like, all right, it's 5 o'clock, it gets dark in 2 hours, I just want to go out for a quick sail, this is that boat. This is a boat that you can throw together on a whim. You can go out sailing in whatever the wind conditions are, whether it's 20 knots or 6 knots, and have a good time. Let's get this Genoa furled away here. And I can show you the mainsail here. You do have a purchase on the main halyard, so you can get a really tight luff, and you'll see that these are looped on instead of in a track, which is really nice for converting this boat from rowing to sailing and sailing to rowing. You can have both systems rigged onto this boat at the same time, and you can switch between the two in only a minute or two of effort on the water. One also amazing thing about this boat is that this is your forestay tension right here. So I can release this and I can release my forestay, which allows me to lower the mast when I'm on the water. So if you live somewhere waterfront and there's a short bridge to get out, or you typically would be going somewhere where there are short bridges, you can lower this mast while on the water, row or motor your way under the overhead obstruction, and then re-step the mast and go sailing. So it's a really, really great feature of this. This mast weighs 8 pounds, so it's very trivial to have to deal with. I do have a couple of options on this boat. So this is the XCAT Sail. I do have the sailing equipment set, which would have these awesome hiking seats here. Hiking seats can be rotated into a backrest position so that you can sit down like this and rest your back up against it. Or you can sit up like this, which I really like because it's kind of like sitting on a curb. It really saves my lower back, especially for longer trips. And yeah, I mean, and then also you can see here that it holds either a stand-up paddleboard paddle, rescue paddle, or you can hold either the Row Motion or the Row Vista rowing systems. I also have the front trampoline on here, which is great for storing dry bags. It's actually great to put a lot more weight up forward on this boat. It's kind of counterintuitive to everybody who wants to put all the weight in the back, but then you have a really unbalanced boat. So if you have a cooler with ice, or you've got some heavier stuff like an anchor and that kind of thing, all that stuff can go up front here. The more weight you put forward, the more it balances with your weight that's back on the boat. So it helps with steerage, it helps with tacking and things like that to get more weight forward. As just a fun little thing, I like to store my shoes right here because I like to sail barefoot, but I don't like to walk in the water barefoot because sometimes, there's stuff there. So you can store your shoes underneath of the crossbar and on the trampoline net really, really nicely. So another really great feature if you like to sail barefoot. You can walk around the front of the mast because there's no track. I can grab the mast and grab the whole mast, and I can walk around the front of the mast, which sometimes you can see in some of the tacking tutorials. You can steer this boat entirely without the rudder. I can leave the rudder in the up position and go sailing, and I can tack, I can jibe, and I can hold a course just by shifting my weight fore and aft, kind of like a windsurfer. Now this system that you see right here, this broken oar here, is actually not a broken oar. It's the Row Vista system. So this is a forward-facing rowing system. This is proprietary to the XCAT and the Row on Air brands. It's a fantastic system. I did the Everglades Challenge with this on board. Race to Alaska did it with this on board. You can feather the blade just like a normal oar here. You can see the blade rotates when I rotate my wrist. And it does have a hard lock so that you don't over square or over feather, but you're moving in the direction you're facing. So you can easily sail up to a bridge or some other, you know, something that requires you to kind of have auxiliary power, and you can row right under. Really, really great option. I do want to mention here that you'll see the color coding on this boat when it comes to assembly. The rigging is color coded, the blocks are color coded, the trampoline is color coded, so you can't really screw up, you know, green to red, red to green, that kind of thing. Very, very nice on that front. And then the oar systems, regardless of which one you have, stores behind the seat on these holsters here, just like it had on the other side. And yeah, otherwise, this is a fantastic little boat. I don't think I mentioned, as far as carrying goes, the hulls are the heaviest single piece. They weigh 38 pounds each, so generally one person can fully take this boat apart and carry the individual pieces and put them on the roof rack of a car or the bed of a pickup truck. Great little option. These are designed and manufactured in Austria, and are, yeah, this is just a great boat. I would definitely check it out on redbeardsailing.com. Give us a call. Shoot me an email. Happy to talk sailing. Absolutely love this boat. This is our 10th year representing the XCAT brand, and it is one of our flagship boats, and yeah, absolutely recommended. There are hundreds of them in the US now, and we get nothing but amazing rave reviews, you know, week in and week out, from new owners, from old owners, and that kind of thing. Yeah, so give us a check. Hope you like this video, and I'll catch you next time.